Please stay tuned.
ANAN anthem, please. The national prayer, we have one country and all of us believe in God. As we take the third stanza of the national anthem, which is the national prayer, it is on page 2 of our brochure. Shall we all recite together? I count. O God of all creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed. Amen. As we're all here, let's pull down this roof with a thunderous round of applause to our country, Nigeria, to ourselves, and for this time. May His Excellency the President be seated, and the rest of us will follow. Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, our very dear President, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, I welcome you to the third national conference, the 30th annual national conference of Association of National Accountants of Nigeria. And this year's theme is building economic resilience through sustainable practices, transparent reporting, and accountable governance. As the profession is, we are gradually moving to a stage where we will be looking at topical issues that affects the entire economy, but above all of the focal areas are already stated in our program, And then to herald this, ladies and gentlemen, why this theme matters today is shortly that in a world facing climate disruptions, financial volatility, and social inequality, the conference will explore how our nation, especially nations across Africa, can build resilient economies that are not only competitive but also just and future-real. My name is John Pilaku. I am a fellow of Association of National Accountants, where accounting number 9313. I have been a public speaker for at least a few years, like 30. I've been a development worker, and above all, I have tried to serve humanity. And today, I have left the services of a paid job, and I'm doing my own thing. And I think this is the right place for you to acknowledge the people behind the microphone. I would also be co-anchored by a very good broadcaster of our country. Please join me in to celebrate Gloria Thomas, who will be with me on the podium. Please, a round of applause as we take a very simple bow to serve you at this event. Can I hear you do an encouragement that is louder, please? Put your hands together for people who will be serving you from this end. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of this great nation, the largest and very good nation in Africa and beyond, we want to thank and welcome His Excellency Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GSFR, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who at this event, as we know, for a number of national issues, he has been able not to be here today. He's heavily represented at this function by the Accountant General, the man who is looking at the numbers of this nation, and with the Accountant General of the Federation, who is looking at all the numbers and serving as the Master Treasurer of this nation. There is no other person who will represent the President at an event like this of a professional organization like us than Dr. Shamladin Babatunde Ogujumi, FCA. Let's please welcome him resoundly. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, I've been made to understand that there is people from behind want to have a glimpse at the President and in your own personality. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you. It is also my honor and privilege at this event to welcome the #1 accountant under the auspices of Association of National Accountants of Nigeria, a great woman, a woman of faith and a woman of substance, a woman who has led a lot of organizations, and today he is hosting us for the first conference under his leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, let's please welcome Chief Hajia Zuwaira Talatu Kishimi, FCNA President and Chairman of Council of ANAN. You could do better. Thank you very much, ma, for being here today. And as she sits, it is also my privilege and honor to welcome a man who deputized the leadership of the National Assembly. A young man that I envy from afar. Today I've been given the privilege to meet him in person. And of course, all of you would like to meet him. It is my privilege and honor to welcome the Deputy President of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Barrow I. Jibrin, CFR, a member, a profound member of our association. Thank you very much. And let me quickly remark, Your Excellency, if you don't know why that kind of ovation is coming, is your support for this, your association has gone viral. I could see you speaking with venom to make sure that any bill concerning ANAN that comes to the National Assembly is passed without any time. We appreciate you and we love your representation. I'm proud of you, and I'm proud to be a member of this great association. And we do hope that you continue to do that, and when there is need, You will always be there. May I distinctively at this point acknowledge the other dignitaries that are here in our midst, but I wish to quickly move to take a turn to acknowledge the council members of ANAN. May I please welcome Dr. Ibrahim B.A. Agboluga, MNI, FCNA, the Vice President of ANAN. Let's celebrate him. Thank you very much, sir. It is also my privilege and honor to welcome Malam Ibrahim Gidado Husseini, FCNA, the second Vice President of ANAN. It is also very important and profound and remarkable to note that the immediate past president of ANAN, who is also a council member, Dr. James A. Neminebo, FCNA, is in the house. Thank you very much, sir. I keep saying that if you are a student and you have graduated, and when you see your teacher, if you like, misbehave. But I have my teacher, who is the treasurer of our association. Please put your hands together for Professor Suleiman A.S. Arua, FCNA, the treasurer of our association. The workaholic membership secretary, Chief Dr. Peter C. Anyao, FCNA, a council member. I would also wish to place on record that we have Alhaji Kabir Dan Kura Muhammad, FCNA, is a member of the Council of ANAN. Let's please put our hands together for him. May I also register here that we have Dr. Sunday Adewale Olaoye, FCNA, member of council. Dr. Victor Ushonbon Imagbe, FCNA, member of council. A round of applause, please. The man who is also chairing the publicity workshop and conference committee, a very good friend of ours and a professional personality at that, Mr. Adamu Abubakar, FCNA member. Thank you very much, sir, for being here. He's there. I would also wish to acknowledge Professor Hassan Ibrahim, FCNA member of council. Thank you very much, sir. I would also wish to place on record that Haja Miriam Ibrahim Maria, FCNA member of council, is also in the room. Let's put our hands together. I would also wish to quickly welcome Prince Olomine U.T. Odoford, FCNA member of our council. A round of applause. I would also wish to finally acknowledge Dr. Bukar Ali Bukar, FCNA member of council. Thank you very much. It is at this point that I turn over the leaf of recognition to specially acknowledge other personalities that are here in our midst. And at this point, I'll call on Gloria Thomas to continue with a few recognitions that we have on our list. Thank you very much, Gloria.
Thank you very much, Bunde. Please give my colleague a round of applause, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President and Chairman of Council, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. What a day for ANAN. Up Pro One! Up Pro One! Pro One is headed by an indefatigable woman, Hajia Zuwera. Please give our president a round of applause. The president searched around this country in search of somebody to be the coordinator of policy in this country. He couldn't find anybody until he cited one woman, Hadiza Bala Osman, Special Advisor to the President on Policy and Coordination, Central Delivery Coordination Unit. Ma'am, you are welcome. She is our keynote speaker for this 30th annual conference. Can we give her another round of applause? It is also my pleasure to welcome very warmly the Managing Director and Chief Executive, Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, Shehu Usman Osidi, FCNA. Please welcome him with a round of applause. I think he and I are competing as to who will have the highest number at conference attendance. And I hope I will outdo him sooner or later. I also would like to welcome Professor Tunji Olaopa, NPOM. He's the Honorable Chairman, Federal Civil Service Commission. Please welcome him to this event. We have also the Registrar, Chartered Institute of Treasury Management, Dr. Adedoyin Olumide. Please, can we welcome him also with a round of applause? It is my honor and pleasure to welcome very warmly someone that is running the affairs of ANAN with a host of other ladies and gentlemen. They are doing so well in moving this association forward. Please put your hands together for Dr. Kayode Olushola Faswa FCNA, the Chief Executive of ANAN. Is that for me or for CEO? Please give him another round of applause. We have a number of our past presidents with us. Dr. Samuel Nzekwe, FCNA, please welcome him with a round of applause. I'm also very pleased to welcome Alhaji Shehu Usman Ladan, MNI FCNA. Please give him a round of applause. Dr. Anthony Chukwuemeka Nzom, FCNA. A round of applause for our past president. Pastor, Professor Benjamin Chuka Osisioma, FCNA. And it is my honor to present to you the immediate past president of our great association, Dr. James Neminebo, FCNA. Please collectively give our past presidents a round of applause. They have done us well, they have done us proud. We are also very honored to have with us this morning Dr. Shaka Kanyito Chira, FCNA, the Auditor General, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Please welcome him with a resounding applause. Very, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, today is a good day for ANAN. For all those who have come from across the country, welcome to the Federal Capital Territory. For first-time attendees, welcome to the best 3 days. You will go back refreshed, energized, and ready to go. Please, can you give yourselves a round of applause? We'll take a couple of other introductions, and then once we are done, the event will commence. Thank you very much. Bunde?
You know, anywhere you see women, you know that there is power out there. Can you please put your hands together for Gloria Thomas one more time? She's doing excellently well. I purposely did not want to acknowledge this name on time because I want every ANAN member to listen. ANAN is the only professional organization in Nigeria that has a university, has a training arm, and has a base that professionals are trained and develop every now and then. But I have a man, a parliamentarian, a man who is at the Senate, whom, if we want our university really supported by the tertiary, what we call TED Fund, he's seated here. I wanted to take this special recognition myself, and in that note, I wish to distinctively welcome distinguished Senator Mukhtar Danduse, Chairman Senate Committee on TED Fund. Please, let's put our hands together for him. Sir, we understand the protocol, but we kept this very specially for you to be fully acknowledged so that you know how very important that we hold you to that high esteem that when we come, for seeking for support, you will be able to do that. I also wish to welcome I also kept it very silently. Dr. Louis Chinedu Nwango is also a council member of FCNA. Please, let's put our hands together for him. Thank you very much, sir. I wanted to reserve this so that we'll take it. The representative of the Accountant General of the Federation, James N. Abalaka, Director, TSA, and GAMIS, is here in the house representing the Accountant General. A round of applause. Thank you very much for representing the house. I'd also wish to welcome the Speaker of Benue State House of Assembly, as a right here, Right Honorable Alfred Ondave Mbega. Is he here? Thank you very much. If I hear, sir, I'll be made to understand he's here. And the entire people of Benue State, as you are here carrying their flag, we thank you. I'd also made to understand that Honorable Matthew Damko, PhD, Chairman, House Committee on Finance, who is here represented by representing Tien constituency of Benue State House of Assembly. We thank you for being here. Thank you very much, Honorable Matthew Damko. We also want to thank Sateso Okula, the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor of Benue State. A round of applause. Thank you very much for here. We appreciate your being here. Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I would also wish to place on record that my good friend and brother, I saw him, but I was waiting for protocol to come, the CITM President, who is ably represented by my very good friend, who led me into some of these things that I do, Dr. Simon Kato. Please put your hands together for him. Thank you very much, sir, for being here. Very unassuming personality. I would also wish to welcome the ICANN President, represented by the First Vice President, Haja Queensley, who is here with us. Please, can we see the President of ANAN? We are doing things in common. A round of applause. Thank you very much, Madam, for being here. I'd also wish to welcome Professor Pius Deji Olaruwanju, the President and Chairman of Council of CIBN, Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria. Thank you very much for being here. I'd also wish to welcome Dr. Yekin Abdul Malik, Chairman of CIBN, FCT, and Dr. James, and all others who we are about to acknowledge later. Because of time, Mr. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by the Accountant General, the President of ANAN, the Deputy Senate President, and members of the Parliament that are here, members of Council, past presidents, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen of the press, fellows of the association, and the teaming members of ANAN. Congratulations for being part of history today. May we please put our hands together for ourselves. Thank you very much. We'll move on straight to take the next item of this program, which is, we will take the next item on the program, and I think Gloria Thomas will be announcing this shortly. Please, we crave your indulgence to be attentive. We will not take your time. We'll be as smart as possible. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And wow, when you stand up here and you see the huge crowd that is in this hall, you'll understand why we'll have to introduce and recognize as many people as we can. Let me, at this juncture, recognize Professor Mohammed Akaro Mainoma, MNI FCNA, our past president. Please welcome him with a round of applause. We are very honored to have you with us. The whole of Nigeria is practically in this room. President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is represented. The Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is also represented at this occasion. It is my honor and pleasure to welcome Dr. Tokpe Fashua, SA to the President on Economic Matters, who is representing the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON. Sir, you are welcome. Whatever decision we take in this room, the whole of Nigeria will approve. President is here. Vice President is here. Deputy Senate President is here. ANAN president is here. Head of coordinating unit is here. What else do we need? Let's just bring the bills and they will pass. Please give yourselves a round of applause. But all of this didn't just happen. Somebody planned it. Somebody coordinated it. Somebody ensured that all of these came to pass. The chairman, conference, workshop, and publicity subcommittee. Please, let's give the chairman of this conference a resounding applause, Mr. Adamu Abubakar, FCNA. He made this happen. He worked with his team. They ensured that those who mattered were invited. They did the follow-up. They ensured that people got their invites. And here we are at this conference. It is my honor and pleasure to invite him to address the 30th annual conference of the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria with the theme, Building Economic Resilience Through Sustainable Practices, Transparent Reporting, and Accountable Governance. Please give the chairman a round of applause. Mr. Chairman, sir.
President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented, the distinguished chairman of this occasion, distinguished Senator Barau I. Jibrin, Deputy President of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, distinguished chairman of the occasion, sir, kindly permit me to stand on the already established protocol. It gives me a great joy and a deep sense of honor to welcome you all to this landmark 30th annual national conference of our noble association, the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria, ANAN. This 30th edition is not just another gathering. It is a special milestone. For 3 decades, this conference has grown in scope and influence, shaping discourse in governance, accountability, and financial stewardship. This year offers us the chance to reflect on our journey, reaffirms ANAN's relevance, and project a stronger vision for the future. Let me begin by especially honoring the chairman of this occasion, distinguished Senator Barau I. Jibrin, CFR, Deputy President of the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and a very proud member of our association. His career reflects exceptional mastery of public finance management, sharpened through his leadership of the appropriation committees in both chambers of the National Assembly. A reform-minded statesman, his legislative legacy continues to shape Nigeria's fiscal policy. Our keynote speaker, Hajiya Hadiza Bala Usman, is a reformer of distinction. As the first female managing director of the Nigerian Ports Authority, she drove transformative reforms that deepen transparency and efficiency. In her current role as special advisor to the President on policy coordination, she ensures policies are coherent, measurable, and results-driven. Her leadership exemplifies purposeful governance, and we are privileged to have her provide strategic direction to this conference. Thank you. This year's theme, Building Economic Resilience Through Sustainable Practices, Transparent Reporting and Accountable Governance, could not be more timely. In an era of economic uncertainty and fiscal shocks, it compels us to go beyond routine practices and embrace innovative, sustainable solutions. Economic resilience is never accidental. It emerges when transparency becomes a culture, accountability is upheld without compromise, and sustainability is embedded in every governance process. These are not just professional ideals, they are indeed national imperatives. As accountants, we stand at the nexus of governance, policy, and practice. This conference is therefore not merely about knowledge sharing, It is a reaffirmation of our profession's responsibility to society. Over the next few days, let us interrogate the drivers of resilience, engage with global counterparts, and live with actionable insights. I deeply appreciate our President, Chief Hajia Talatu Zuwaira Kishimi, FCNA, our esteemed council members, past presidents, former council members, the Chief Executive Officer, and former CEOs, whose strategic guidance has ensured that ANAN continues to stand tall nationally and globally. I equally commend the Conference Secretariat and the Secretary and the entire committee for their selfless sacrifice and unwavering dedication in making this event a reality. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished delegates who are true ambassadors of the profession, whose presence, commitment, and vibrant engagement gives life and glamour to this gathering. I also thank our esteemed guests, partners, and sponsors for honoring this noble call to service. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as we set the tone for this 30th Annual National Conference, let us resolve not only to deliberate but to act, not only to aspire but to implement. Let us make economic resilience not just a theme but a sustainable pathway for Nigeria and Africa. On this note, I warmly welcome you once again to this 30th edition, a conference of ideas, inspiration, and impact. May our deliberations be fruitful. May the outcomes strengthen our profession, our nation, and our world. Thank you, and you're welcome once again.
It is always said that it is speech that makes a man. And it's also very important for us to note at this event that the chairman of this year's conference has actually proven that he's a man by welcoming all of us in his capacity as a man behind the organization and planning and execution of this function. Let's please appreciate him with a resounding round of applause, please. Thank you. Just to say that we have the Executive Chairman, Taraba Internal Revenue Service, Brigadier General Jeremiah A. Faransa, FCNA, retired. Thank you very much for being here, sir. I'd also wish to welcome and acknowledge the Vice Chancellor of ANAN University in Jos, Kwali in Jos, Professor Musa Inu Afodio. Thank you very much, sir. And I also wish to welcome Ahmed Mohammed, FCNA. We thank you very much, all of you, for being here. And I just wish to quickly go through and welcome. We are welcoming and thanking, whether he's here or not, the landlord of FCT, so that we can all be seated. Please call the Honorable Minister, if you are here, that we're in his land and we're so pleased to be here. Let's please celebrate Honorable Minister FCT, His Excellency Ezen Wonyisim Wike, CON. Let it be so on record that we thank him for us being in this place. A round of applause. If you're in Abuja and you don't want to clap for the landlord, the FCT minister, all right, wherever you are going, your road may be demolished. Thank you. We will take the next item on this program, and I want to thank you immensely for being here. The next event that I wish to quickly introduce, because we need to be as snappy as possible. It is this time that I love to do something just to make sure that we have the lady who has taken the mantle of leadership of ANAN, and this is his first conference that he will be seated on that seat to plan and execute as the president of ANAN. Ladies and gentlemen, join me. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, esteemed members of accounting profession that is here, it is with great honor and pride that I welcome you all to the 30th Annual Conference of Association of National Accountants of Nigeria. This occasion, as you know, it marks 3 decades of excellence, integrity, and unwavering commitment to national development. To have us here to officially open this landmark gathering, we need to listen to the presidential remarks and welcome. We are privileged to be joined by a trailblazer in public service, a seasoned financial expert, and a passionate advocate for accountable governance and professional ethics. She has served Nigeria with distinction from her early days in Gongola State to her tenure as Auditor General of Taraba State and now as the President and Chairman of Council of ANAN. Her journey reflects a lifetime of dedication to transparency, leadership, and nation building. Very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming this woman of substance, a great woman, a woman who is very kind, and a woman who is indeed generous with her time and resources. Hajia Talatu Zuwaira Kishime, FCNA President of ANAN and Chairman of Council, to please do us a wondrous task of delivering her welcome remarks at this very historic moment, 30th Annual Conference. Madam President, the floor is open, the podium is all rising, and the microphone are really charged for you to please speak to your guests and your members. Please, let's celebrate her one more time. Thank you very much, ma. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ma.
I begin in the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. Your Excellency, the President, the Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Kashim Shettima, GCON, the Chairman of this conference, Your Excellency, the Deputy Senate President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Distinguished Senator Barrow I. Jibrin, CFR. The conference keynote speaker, Hadiza Bala Usman, the President of IFAC, the President of PAFA, the President of ABUA, the Executive Secretary of ABUA, President of APBN, other presidents of other professional bodies here present, the Auditor General for the Federation, the Accountant General of the Federation, distinguished civil members of ANAN, the President, Chartered Institute of Forensic and Certified Fraud Investigators of Nigeria, Dr. Ilyasu Gashimbaki, past presidents of ANAN, past council members of ANAN, royal fathers here present, the conference chairman, Alhaji Adamu Abubakar, the CEO of ANAN, the Vice Chancellor, ANAN University, the Director General, Nigerian College of Accountancy, esteemed resource persons and panelists, President, Nigerian University Accounting Students Association, NOASA, distinguished fellows and members of ANAN, invited guests, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to the 25th to the 2025 National Conference of the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria, ANAN. We are gathered here in Abuja not just to discuss the present, but to shape the future of our profession and by extension, the Nigerian economy. Our theme this year, building economic resilience through transparent reporting and accountable governance, is a clear reflection of our times and of the responsibilities that rest on our shoulders. Why transparency is key. Transparency is the lifeblood of trust, and trust is the foundation of any resilient economy. In a country like ours, where public resources are limited and expectations are high, the role of the accountant is pivotal. It is our duty to promote openness in financial processes, whether in government ministries, public institutions, private corporations, or non-profit organizations. Let us remember, the cost of opacity is always greater than the cost of honesty. What are the roles of accountants in economic resilience? As guardians of financial integrity, accountants are central to rebuilding trust in public institutions, attracting investment, and guiding decision makers with credible data and analysis. In difficult economic periods, such as the one we are currently experiencing, it is accountants who help stabilize the system through fiscal prudence, financial forecasting, and robust auditing. We must continue to be the steady hand in turbulent time. Expectations on members in supporting government efforts. As professionals entrusted with safeguarding economic integrity, ANAN members have a unique responsibility to support government initiatives aimed at strengthening the economy, promoting accountability, and reducing corruption. Specifically, we expect our members to champion fiscal discipline, whether in the public or private sector. Our members must ensure that budgets are implemented transparently and resources are managed prudently. We expect our members to implement and advocate for reforms. Government reforms, especially in areas like taxation, procurement, anti-corruption, and digital financial systems, require the technical support and moral commitment of professionals like us. Our members also should provide honest advisory to leadership. As financial advisors, Our members must be bold in offering honest, fact-based guidance to policymakers, even when it is not convenient. Our members also must promote ethical conduct. We must continue to lead by example. Our profession demands not just technical competence, but also a moral compass that places national interests above personal gain. Our members also must collaborate with oversight bodies. By this I mean members are encouraged to work closely with institutions like the Office of the Auditor General, EFCC, Office of the Accountant General, ICPC, FRCN, and other agencies involved in promoting financial transparency and accountability. Furthermore, our members must support digital transformation. The future of accounting lies in digital systems. By embracing technology, we can help the government to achieve real-time reporting, minimize fraud, and ensure more efficient service delivery. ANAN's commitment to national development. As an association, we are fully aligned with the goals of the federal government in building a self-reliant, diversified, and transparent economy. We are committed to enhancing professional competence through mandatory continuing professional development MCPD programs, promoting the adoption of international public sector accounting standards, IPSAS, expanding our collaborations with global and regional accounting bodies, and deepening our research and policy advocacy role to inform economic decisions. Let me close by emphasizing this, that economic resilience is not built in isolation. It is the product of consistent effort, shared responsibility, and collective integrity. Let this conference serve as a launchpad for renewed dedication to our values and our nation. Together, let us be the voice and the conscience of accountability in Nigeria. On behalf of the Council of ANAN, members, and the entire workforce of ANAN, I thank you once again for being here. May our discussions over the next few days inspire progress, unity, and purpose. Thank you, and may God bless ANAN, and may God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
A round of applause for our president. A resounding applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the president of ANAN, a woman who is carrying the entire accountants of this country on her shoulders and ensuring that they act with, they live ethically, that they work very hard. They represent this association in very, very good ways wherever they find themselves. Please, a round of applause for Chief Hajia Zuwaira Talatu Kishimi, FCNA, President of Council. He's a member of this great association. His wealth of experience and knowledge is helping the Senate to pass bills and do things right for this country. But before I invite him to the podium, let me welcome one person who is also helping in the training of accountants in this country, the Director General, Nigerian College of Accountancy, Dr. Friday Akpan, FCNA. Sir, you are welcome. I would like to recognize all our resource persons and discussants who have already taken their seats, and I will use Dr. Ilyasu Gashimbaki as a contact with all the discussants of all the papers at this occasion. He is from the Institute of Forensics and Certified Fraud Investigators of Nigeria. Sir, you are welcome. I welcome all Chairmen of Inland Revenue Services and everybody to this occasion. Dr. Adamu Maina Saleh, FCNA from Yobe State, you are recognized. He is the #3 citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He stands tall as an accountant of repute. He has carried this organization and has shown that as a fellow of this great association, he stands for justice, for truth, for fairness, and accountability. It is my honor and pleasure, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to invite to the podium the chairman of the 30th Conference of the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria, in the person of Senator Barrow I. Jibrin, FCNA, the Deputy Senate President, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mr. Chairman, sir.
His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of our great country, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ably represented by the Accountant General of the Federation, Shamsuddin Babatunde Ogunjimi. The Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Ashun Shetima, ably represented by Dr. Faswa, distinguished Senator Murtada Nduze, Chairman, Senate Committee on Tertiary Education and TED Fund, the Special Advisor to the President on Policy and Coordination, Hajia Hadiza Bala Usman, who is a keynote speaker in this August occasion. Our dear President, the President of ANAN, the Vice President, the past Presidents of ANAN, Dr. Kayode Olusola Faswa, the Chief Executive Officer of ANAN, my distinguished colleagues, all invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm delighted, highly delighted, to be invited to deliver remarks of the chairman of this conference, which is organized to provide opportunity to the Nigerian accountants, and an accountant in particular, and other relevant stakeholders to discuss the numerous strategies for building economic resilience through sustainable practices, transparent reporting, and accountable governance, as clearly articulated in the theme of this event. Let me commend the board and management of the association of our Council of Nigerian and the organizer of the 30th Annual Conference for the opportunity to be part of this development, which I see as a crucial to the social and economic development of our dear nation. I have no doubt that this conference will provide a required platform which participants will utilize to share knowledge, experience, and best practices that will place Nigerian accountants, particularly members of ANAN, in tune with prevailing realities, obtainable in both the public and private sector, in line with global best practices. In order to realize the foregoing objectives, the facilitators and participants must remain committed in dedicating each session for constructive discussions over issues that will position ANAN and the accounting profession towards efficient service delivery. This commitment becomes necessary in order to maximize the potentials of emerging trends in accounting practice. The theme of the conference is apt and convenient to foster unity of purpose among accountants who are increasingly faced with challenging responsibility of ensuring effective sanctity, credibility, and reliability of financial records in private and public sector institutions. This burden is no doubt challenging, especially given the high level of integrity, professionalism, and strict adherence to code of ethics each accountant is expected to observe. I believe by engaging diverse professionals and leveraging collective expertise, we can drive innovation, enhance resilience, and build a stronger, more sustainable future for Nigeria. Therefore, we accountants must always remember the strategic role of maintaining financial records, as well as ensuring effective reporting that meets the requirement of extant financial laws and standard accounting practice. The accounting profession, exemplified by ANAN's growing membership of over 58,000, plays a vital role in underpinning Nigeria's economic viability. Your presence here today, our presence here today, with this large number of delegates, attests to the profession's commitment to lifelong learning and adaptability. Your expertise, or our expertise, in financial stewardship, governance, corporate reporting, and assurance is invaluable in addressing the contemporary challenges and harnessing the wealth of opportunities that are fast emerging in our country. Distinguished colleagues and participants, ladies and gentlemen, it is significant to say that the need to ensure sustainable accountability, transparency, and judicious public expenditure management will continue to attract public attention that deserves critical consideration in a forum of this nature. While accounting, law, practice, and professional conduct are examined in response to such public expectations, the conference will therefore provide an avenue of assessment, criticism, and evaluation of quality, as well as the performance of Nigerian accountants in the 21st century, where technology, such as AI, artificial intelligence, and other modern softwares have modernized accounting practice in many jurisdictions around the world. Similarly, the conference must examine the extant law, legal, policy, institutional, and regulatory frameworks for accounting practice to identify gaps which require reforms by relevant authorities in the governance process. The role of ensuring efficient public financial management, financial reporting, and managing institutional finances with minimal risks of attracting audit queries or any legal disapproval will be expected to dominate issues for discussion in this conference. Distinguished participants, please permit me to advise that a good financial management model should be structured around three themes of delivering accountability, supporting performance, and enabling transformation. It is scope to range from the essential controls that should be in place to safeguard assets and demonstrate accountability to the actualization of top quality service. Its purpose is to assist government agencies to carry out its health check or any other entity on their own financial fitness to deliver their goals and to identify and plan improvement for the future. We accountants must continue to serve as guardians of integrity, fostering trust and transparency across both public and private sectors. ANAN deserves recognition for its strategic role in enforcing ethics and governance through strategic collaboration and regulatory enhancements. These efforts have strengthened enforcement, surveillance, and compliance, and could support the National Assembly or any other entity, at all, towards the efforts of reforming finance-related laws to foster Nigerian financial integrity. I brought National Assembly because I am from the National Assembly, but any other entity, inclusive. I would also like to acknowledge ANAN with a strong focus among other entities on public sector financial management, whereby accountants are pivotal in ensuring accountability and optimizing the use of public funds. This supports government's emphasis on fiscal responsibility as demonstrated by an act of the National Assembly, that is the Fiscal Responsibility Act. Today's accountants are not just financial stewards, they are sustainability champions. With the right frameworks, capabilities, and support, we are all well positioned to drive meaningful change, catalyze green financing, and support Nigeria toward a low-carbon, inclusive future envisioned by the present administration. By embracing these diverse roles, accountants not only uphold the presidential core values of integrity, accountability, and trust, but also actively contributing to Nigeria's journey towards a sustainable and prosperous future under Mr. President's vision of shared national growth in the renewed hope agenda. I would like to commend ANAN's dedication to developing high-caliber financial and accountancy talent, which is evident by its offering various programs annually, by an impressive testament to its leadership in professional development. On this note, finally, I urge all members of the accountancy profession to embrace the principles of collaborative leadership by working together, sharing knowledge, and upholding the high standards of professionalism. We can contribute significantly to building a sustainable and prosperous Nigeria. Thank you very much for listening.
You may be seated, please. Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Your Excellency, a very agile, eloquent, and indeed distinguished Senator Barau I. Jibrin, CFR, on behalf of the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria and all distinguished participants At this 30th annual conference, we extend our heartfelt appreciation for insightful and inspiring remarks. Your words have not only reaffirmed our shared commitment to economic resilience, transparency, and good governance, but have also energized us to pursue three goals with renewed purpose and unity. Your Excellency, thank you very much for honoring us, indeed with your presence, and for your continued leadership in shaping a more accountable and prosperous Nigeria. You are such a great politician. We admire you, and we are so convinced that with you at the Parliament, Nigeria will move much, much better. A round of applause to His Excellency for his remarks. Thank you very much. Thank you. I would also wish to acknowledge my Opera One, Opera One, Opera One. I am your member. Let me ask you a question. Hello? And answer me very well, and to be fair, if a child in the family is giving birth, and after training, giving birth to him, he went to school, the first year or the first time he started work, his first salary, if that child must give it to any of the parents, will he give it to the mother or father? Hello? Another question. If this child is supposed to travel to overseas, and the embassy say it's only one parent, who should he carry? Mother or father? Mother or father? If this Peking go commit offense, and he need to face the law, and he has to be detained, and they say which of the parents should stand, which of the parents should go, it's only God that will judge all of you. Every good thing, mother. The last one, now father, they go detain him. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I wish to acknowledge the Director of the Central Bank of Nigeria, who is the chairperson of Pro One, Professional Women Accountants of Nigeria. Let's please welcome my good friend and colleague, Dr. Rekia Yusuf. Thank you very much. Opera One. Thank you very much. She's here. At this point, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to move very quickly. And I wish to, at this point, draw our attention to the next item of the opening ceremony. To do us this wondrous task is no other person who will take the keynote address on building economic resilience through sustainable practices, transparency reporting, and accountable governance. This great woman has served this country in so many respects. She has been the MD, the first female MD of Nigerian Post Authority. She was in Kaduna State, worked very hard. Her work started even when we were in school. Happily, this is my schoolmate, and we graduated the same year in the same faculty. I'm proud of you, and you're a great woman of substance. Ladies and gentlemen, today, she is an embodiment of womanhood, both in Nigeria and internationally, doing great things. And this time in Nigeria, she's focusing on supporting Mr. President in doing great things. A graduate of the Great Ahmadu Bello University area with multiple master's degrees and well trained. She has on her own been looking at a governance reform, women's empowerment, public sector modernization. Today, I bring to you this great woman of substance, a woman of faith. She has broken barriers in so many respects. I wish to invite Hadiza Bala Usman, who is the keynote speaker at this event. Let's put our hands together as she mounts the podium, a woman whom all of us, we know her. She is a special assistant to the president on, I'll leave that to you, and I'll say that later. Chief of staff to the governor, managing director, so many. We thank you very much, ma, for honoring us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have to be partial.
President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, here represented by our very own Accountant General of the Federation, Dr. Shamsuddin Ogunjimi, the Deputy President of the Senate, my brother, distinguished Senator Barrow Jibrin, the President and Chairperson of the Council of ANAN, Hajia Zuwaira Tukashimi, the representative of the Vice President, the Special Advisor on Economic Matters, my own brother, Tokwe Fashua, the Accountant General of the Federation, Dr. Shaka Chira, here present, the members of the Council of ANAN here present, the Chairman, Senate Committee on TET Fund, my own brother as well, distinguished Senator Muntarid Nduse, the Chairman of the Conference Committee, my classmate, Adamu Abubakar, my classmate in Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, chaired this conference committee, very proud of him. Distinguished members of the Association of the National Accountants of Nigeria, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me to stand on established protocols. Today I stand before you as we celebrate 3 decades of national impact by the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria. I thank you for inviting me here to give the keynote speech. I congratulate all the members of the association on the resilient institution you have built, upheld, and served with distinction. The journey to becoming accountants demands grit, discipline, the practice of public stewardship, whether in finance, policy, or service delivery. It requires precision, integrity, and a deep sense of accountability. I am not an accountant, but my immediate older sister is an accountant, so I know what it takes to be an accountant. I am confident that these are the guiding principles of your association and the members you've groomed. I therefore commend you for your selfless contribution to national growth and encourage you to continue to instill these values in your members for sustainable national development. The theme, Building Economic Resilience Through Sustainable Practice, Transparent Reporting, and Accountable Governance, speak to what makes nations endure and thrive. Yet, economic resilience does not happen by accident. It is engineered through sound policy, strong institutions, and standards that are consistently applied, institutionalized, and ultimately promoted to be the society's cultures and ethos. These are the principles that have eluded Nigeria for decades. But our president today, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, has held this sacrosanct and has committed our government as reflected in our 8 presidential priority areas that guide our collective efforts. The work of accountants aligns directly with priority 1 of our administration. The priority 1 of our administration seeks to promote government promises to reform the economy to deliver sustained inclusive growth. The priority requires macroeconomic choices to translate into outcomes that citizens can feel. This includes working towards stable prices, expanding opportunities for enterprises, and ensuring that public resources reach the people and places that they are intended for. The translation of this into reality depends on credible data, coherent budgeting, and clear, timely reporting that informs clear decision-making. The government has taken very bold steps towards this promised reform in the last 2 years. On the first day of our administration, the President announced the termination of the opaque petroleum subsidy regime from which the country had lost trillions of naira annually. This immediately eliminated many sharp practices, brought transparency to this all-important sector of our economy. As part of the reform of the economy, the government also unified our foreign exchange rate, thereby ending the multiple foreign exchange windows that had hitherto existed. This allows for a willing buyer and willing seller framework. The administration further cleared a foreign exchange backlog obligation and empowered banks to trade more freely, thereby enhancing transparency and accountability and reducing arbitrage and eliminating the risk of corrupt practices significantly. The government is now rebuilding the national reserves and restoring confidence in our very country's economy. I started out this point to emphasize the administration's understanding of the challenges that Nigeria faces. We have abundant natural resources a vibrant youth population with immense entrepreneurial energy. We face a myriad of economic uncertainties, including fluctuating oil prices, global supply chain disruptions, inflation, insecurity, and governance gaps. These challenges have exposed the fragility of our economy, underscoring the need to rethink how we build resilience in the long term. Now, economic resilience is not just about surviving shocks, which Nigeria has faced endlessly in the last decade. It is more about having the foresight to build systems and institutions that prepare the country to adapt and recover, and to further thrive in the face of inevitable uncertainties. Some of the difficult decisions highlighted above show the understanding and determination of our administration to move and build a resilient and sustainable economy for our country. Resilience begins with sustainability, and that means building a system which the future generation can depend on. This, for instance, means diversification of our economy, recognizing our continued reliance of oil. It means deliberate and massive investment in agriculture, technology, renewable energy, and the creative and maritime economies. It means identifying the strength of our country and building on it for the benefit of our teeming youth population. It is about achieving goals like having export to the United States climbing from 2.6 trillion naira in 2003 to now 5.5 trillion between 2003 to 2005. And we're working on improving this trend continuously. This must also include the strengthening of public financial management across ministries and departments and agencies of government, improving the quality and cadence of fiscal information, and aligning plans with realistic cash and debt profile. This is the backbone of inclusive growth in any economy. When figures are reliable and explanations are clear, reform gains legitimacy and resilience. When they are embedded in routine government practices, reform outlines new circles and personalities. Thereby, sustainable development and accountability on government is entrenched within our systems. To further strengthen public accountability and citizen oversight, our government relaunched and upgraded our public-facing Citizens Delivery Tracker to Nigerians so they can follow on the performance of the government and indeed the performance of the appointed ministers. These governance gains has continued the publishing of audited financial statements by the Central Bank of Nigeria and the audited reporting by the NMPC Limited, alongside Nigeria's renewed Open Government Partnership Action Plan and the Nigerian Data Protection Act. This together promote open data, privacy, integrity in public finance. Building on this public-facing transparency, accountability, we currently run through the entire government via a formal performance management system. Every ministry, together with the permanent secretaries, signed a performance bond with Mr. President, setting out priority deliverables, key performance indicators, and time-bound milestones. This was done in November 2023, and subsequently, every minister that is appointed is required to sign on this performance management bond. The legislature and judiciary also have significant role to play in building the economy and the transparent environment that we so desire. While judiciary must remain dependable, unbiased arbiter in all disputes in the country, the Public Accounts Committee of the National Assembly and indeed the entire legislature must commit themselves to transparency, accountability in their oversight duties. As the head of the Central Result Delivery and Coordination Unit, my first duty is to ensure performance management, coordinating quarterly assessment against the performance bonds that were signed by appointed ministers. We use validated data that we receive. We engage with the ministers on their delivery task team to debottleneck issues and consolidate findings into annual ministerial scorecards for Mr. President's review. These assessments also inform the upgraded Citizens Tracker, allowing Nigerians to follow progress with clarity. This is accountable governance in practice. Complementing this is the policy coordination in my office. Here, our focus is to convene the right actors, clear bottlenecks, align policy instruments so that cross-cutting reforms are reinforced rather than they contradict each other. We bring problems, data, and solutions to the same room, harmonize regulatory financing, implementation steps that escalate where necessary, and sustain the momentum required to reform our government. We also provide collaboration in the method, institutionalization, in safeguard and implementation discipline in the test. Ladies and gentlemen, governance work where institutions work. When roles are clear, information is trusted, coordination is routine rather than exceptional. If we match sound policy with sound management, clear reporting and clear responsibility, Nigerians will not only withstand the shock, will convert those shocks into momentum and move our country into the era of irreversible growth and the actualization of our country's inviolable potential. Let me end this address by emphasizing the importance of the members of the accounting profession to the success not just of the reform of our administration, but governance as a whole. Accountants are not simply record keepers, they are architects of credibility by designing robust controls, insisting on statements that align with international public sector accounting standards, ensuring timely reconciliations, integrating financial and performance information, and protecting audit trails. Accounting practitioners secure the public purse and strengthen social contracts. Where accountants uphold independence, ethics, leakages are deterred, fiscal risks identified early and mitigated before they impede development. And the numbers that guide policy are worthy of trust because of accountants and the integrity that accountants bring to our financial processes. In a period that demands resilience like the one Nigeria is currently facing, this professional backbone is indispensable. I therefore solicit that you continue to partner with government in its commitment to reinforce transparency, accountability into the national psyche. Making governance work requires habits and must become institutional reflexes, including collaboration that brings policy owners, regulators, implementers, and partners to the same table. Institutionalization of roles and routines so that good practices do not depend on personalities. Implementation discipline that links plan to cash, tax to owners, and output to outcomes, and a culture of learning and accountability. The consciousness to do this, measure and fix, and to do better at all times. When these habits are embedded across our public service, coordination becomes predictable, delivery becomes measurable, and reforms becomes durable. This is the end to which our administration has tasked itself to propel Nigeria and Nigerians into our land of the promised place. The administration requires all hands on deck, which includes all your collective support to ensure that the reforms are entrenched across our institutions. I would like to congratulate ANAN once again on 30 years of serving to our great nation. I wish you all the best in the years ahead, and thank you for your continued partnership in strengthening the systems that deliver good for our people. Thank you very much for listening. God bless ANAN. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen. Please escort her to her seat. Escort her to her seat. Encourage her. Thank you. Thank you. Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the President of ANAN, and Chairman of Council, the Deputy Senate President, and all legislators that are here, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you immensely for doing something. When something is good, you appreciate it. There is a saying by Margaret Thatcher years back, and I keep making this very public, that if you want anything said, call a man. But if you want anything done, invite a woman. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for that quintessential Nigerian and a woman of our time that is really changing things. Thank you very much. And your presentation was quite excellent, very brief to the point, and I'm sure we all got it assimilated. And we do hope that this will be shared later on and you will have the content of our presentation. Thank you very much, Hadiza Bala Usman, a special advisor to the President. Thank you. I wish to say very quickly that we have a few recognitions that we just have to make. I wish to please ask you to permit me to make this special recognition. His Excellency, the Governor of Imo State, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodinma, CON, who is ably represented at this event by Honorable Delan Emelumba, Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Imo State. Please, sir, if I hear, be upstanding. Cha-cha-cha-cha, Kweno. Igbo Kweno. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. Please give our good wishes to His Excellency for supporting ANAN at all times. And we do hope that when we come again, he will support us. God bless you. We have Honorable Mrs. Ruby Emele, FCNA Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, also of Imo State. A round of applause. Thank you very much, Madam. Thank you. Thank you. We would also wish to welcome and acknowledge the Speaker of Benue State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Alfred Ondove Mbega. Thank you very much, sir. Where are you, sir? We need to see you. The brand new Speaker of Benue State. A round of applause to this gentleman. That is my speaker. God bless you for being here. If I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing well, pass a parliament that the governor should do something. God bless you for being here. And I wish to also acknowledge other parliamentarians from Benue who are here. And we thank you for being here. Because of time, I plead that we will not take other much recognitions at this point. I will invite Gloria Thomas to please shout the next item on the program. Thank you.
Mr. President, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, ANAN is a leader. ANAN has raised the bar when it comes to accountancy profession, not just in Nigeria, but across Africa. And some of our friends have come from the West African coast to be part of this celebration and to also learn from what ANAN is doing. I welcome Mrs. Ndeye Mariem Fall. She is representing the president of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Senegal. She is also the president of accountancy bodies in West Africa. Please welcome Mrs. Fall with a round of applause. Ma'am, you are welcome. Bon arrivé, merci beaucoup. Thank you for sharing this moment. She's over there. Please give her a round of applause. All the way from Dakar, she has come to learn from the best. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we're all here to learn, but it is said that all work and no play will certainly make our accountants very dull. So we'll just take 2 minutes to just tell you welcome in the Abuja way, and to appreciate the President, the Vice President, the Deputy Senate President, Hajia Hadiza Bala Usman, and all delegates, to just warmly welcome you to Abuja and to promise you that this conference will be one you will not forget in a hurry. We have a group here called Black Bone, and they will entertain us for a couple of minutes, and then we'll continue with the rest of the activities lined up for this conference. Please enjoy.
Say Nigeria, good people, great nation.
One of the things most of you don't know about me is my youthful age. What these young men and ladies did here was, I was actually doing that for a living. I wanted to come out, but I didn't want to distract. But honestly, something is very significant about this presentation. It shows the beauty of all of us as Nigerians. We are better ever together. Shall we please put our hands together for Nigeria and Nigerians? Thank you very much. I just wish to quickly welcome the Association of Accountancy Bodies in West Africa. We want to welcome Abel Agbodion, ASEAN, PhD, CFE, FCCA, FCA, the Executive Secretary that is here in our midst. Please, may you rise so that we'll welcome you. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. I'd also wish to acknowledge Comrade Jerry Adams, Executive Chairman, Kaduna State Internal Revenue Service, and all other state chairmen of various parastatals. We thank you. I want to announce that please check on the screen the QR code to follow our social platforms. So it will be beamed live, on the screen, and it's expected that you will just have it and get to follow. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, we want to quickly move to the next item on this program as being designed. We wish to invite a moment to acknowledge and really show appreciation to excellence. It is a presentation of awards to the best 2024 MCPD host branches. At this point, Madam President will be upstanding herself and will make this presentation on behalf of all of us. And thereafter, I wish to crave the indulgence of the Deputy Senate President to please be ready after this also to be honored with his own fellowship award later on. And I will announce that later. The CEO is coming. I wish to invite Madam President to please be ready to do the presentation. Please, membership committee, we need you to be here so that we'll do this sharp, please. Please, let's put our hands together for my good friend, a man whom I also work on the same committee, a membership secretary, to guide us through as we do the presentation of the best MCPD in all of our branches. That result is now out. I recall that a number of things have happened. All right, the membership secretary is here, a great man. Let's please welcome him very resoundly as I walk in here. Chief Dr. Peter C. Anyao, FCNA, the man who is representing us and is turning things around for us in Imo State and asking the governor to please support ANAN. But let me quickly welcome the 2009 to 2013 Registrar, Chief Taker I. Gamadi, FCNA. Thank you very much. The CEO, thank you for being here. And we want to thank Dr. Nuruddin Abba Abdullahi, MNI, who was also the CEO of ANAN. Thank you. Thank you very much. The presentation, please. Let's put our hands together. Thank you very much, sir. CEO, we're waiting for you to do the presentation of the best MCPD branches. Yes. Presentation of the best MCPD branches. Thank you. Please put your hands together for our CEO as they come forward to do us the wondrous task of making this presentation. Thank you. Thank you. Presentation of awards to the best 2024 MCPD host branches. Please, can we be a bit snappy? Time is of the essence. We thank you very much. Please, a round of applause. I saw something like a check coming to me. Please put your hands together as I'm presented this check. Anything check, I'm interested. Oh, my name is not the one on there, but well, let's hope something could happen. CEO, it's your turn.
Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, ably represented here today by the Accountant General of the Federation, the Chairman of this occasion, our own distinguished Deputy Senate President, Jibril Barau, our own member, my President and Chairman of Council. It is the practice of ANAN to recognize the hosting of mandatory continuing professional development program yearly. The Association of National Accountants of Nigeria, ANAN, pioneered MCPD in this nation, Nigeria, as far back as 1996. And the essence of the MCPD is that accountancy is a currency discipline which evolves every year. And for a member of ANAN who probably graduated 2 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, accountancy discipline as at the time he or she graduated is not longer what it is today. And so on a yearly basis, ANAN organizes mandatory continuing professional development program in the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria, such that the current issues in accountancy profession are brought to the members of ANAN to keep them or to keep us up to date and upskilled. And on a yearly basis, we rate the performances of the states that host the MCPD. And at annual national conference like this, our president will present certificates, a cash award to each of the best 3 states that host per year. And for this year's conference, it is the MCPD for the year 2024 that is now being rated. With the kind permission of my president, I will soon be inviting her, but I'll be announcing the positions for the hosting of MCPD for the year 2024. The best host for MCPD for year 2024 goes to no other than Adamawa State Branch. In that, you will soon be called up, don't worry, when the president comes up now. In that MCPD, we had the governor himself there. For last year, 2 years ago, when Kebbi won it, we had even 2 state governors that were in that particular MCPD. And we had diverse events there. For the second best MCPD host for 2024, it goes to no other than Ebonyi State. And that is the Southeast. And the third best goes to Jigawa State. And Jigawa really surprised us with huge attendance. Over 3,000 people in attendance for that particular MCPD. Jigawa practically crumbled under ANAN for that particular week. As a matter of fact, I'm sure people were coming from Kano because there was no longer any hotel in Jigawa itself. Is it Duse? Yeah, Duse, to be able to accommodate us. And of course, the other states that hosted MCPD last year, 2024, that also excellently did well Kogi State for North Central, Ondo State Akure for South-West, and Rivers State for South-South. May I then have the privilege of inviting my President and Chairman of Council to please step forward and present the certificate, the cash awards, and the plaque to each of the states. Madam President, can we put our hands together for the President? So the first state, Adamawa State, please can you step forward, your branch executives that are here. Can we have the plaque? Madam President will. You gave this one. Adamawa, please come forward very quickly. We need to do this within 5 minutes. Please be very fast.
Please, can the MCPD chairman come up here, please? Thank you.
No, it's not the one that you made last year. No, just this one. Please, can you step forward? Please go to the other side. So, no, it's Adamawa. Adamawa is the best for last year. While Ebonyi gets set,
Adamawa State and the whole of Northeast, represented by Adamawa State, came first in the 2024 MCPD program for ANAN. So I make a presentation for being the best host of MCPD in 2024 to the chairman of Adamawa State.
that's the cash.
And there is a cash donation to accompany the award plaque to the tune of 500,000 naira.
Ma, this is the real check. Then this is their certificates.
This is
Ebonyi, can Ebonyi State come forward? Maybe you take a picture with them. Hold on, Adamawa, please take a picture with the president. Adamawa chairman, please take a picture with the president. Ebonyi State, please, where are you? Come forward very quickly. Ebonyi, come forward very quickly. While Jigawa also gets set. Where's Ebonyi? Please be fast.
tell the next one to be ready.
Jigawa, please be ready. We'll just present to them. Okay, this is it. Oh yeah, now, please. Move there. You don't have time, please. Go there.
The second award for the second position of the best MCPD 2024 goes to Ebonyi State. I present this to the chairman, Ebonyi.
Where is the check? This is the check. There's a 300,000 naira check. 300,000 naira check to them. And a certificate. Jigawa, where are you, Jigawa? Jigawa is the third best. Please come up very quickly. While Rivers, Kogi branch that are here, and Ondo branch, please, all of you, please come forward now. Rivers branch here, executive, Kogi, and Ondo. Jigawa, please come. Where is the award for Jigawa? They were not representing them. Where is Jigawa now? Look at us now. Okay. It's a plaque. I can give them certificates.
The third best host of MCPD for 2024 was Jigawa State, and now I do the presentation to the chairman.
All right, give the check. They also go with a cash award of 200,000 naira. This is the certificate. Kogi State, are you here? Please come. You can take a picture with them. Certificate. Do they have flag? Meremi. Meremi. Do they have flag? The rest. Only certificates. Thank you. Kogi State, please move forward here and take a picture with the president. Just one of them. They don't have position. Just a picture with them.
For participation in the MCPD for 2024, I now issue a certificate to Kogi State branch in honor of the branch.
Where is Ondo or Rivers? Which one? Rivers is here. Rivers, please come. And finally, Ondo. Follow the program now. Is it Rivers? See, Rivers come. And finally, Ondo, where are you? That's the last one. Rivers, please move to that side. They are here.
For conducting the 2024 MCBD by the Rivers State branch, I present this certificate to the branch as a symbol that you hosted the MCPD successfully.
Finally, Ondo branch, where are you? Ondo is here. Take the picture with her. Am I supposed to stop? But you saw the program. And finally, Ondo branch.
Is it Akure State branch? It's a mistake. What is the name? Ondo. Ondo State also hosted the MCPD for 2024. They hosted successfully, and a certificate is also issued to them for doing a good job.
Congratulations. You take a picture with the president.
Congratulations to all those who have done so well with the trainings. Please give them a round of applause. Madam, don't go, Madam President, don't go yet. Congratulations, we'll all do better. This year, when we gather for the next conference, the 31st conference in 2026, Plateau State will come first, second, and third. If we now want next, I'm telling first, second, and third, we will collect all next year. If you agree, just give Plateau State a round of applause. Thank you so much. We're going on with the next award presentation, and it is a big one. It is an important one. It is significant, so I want everybody to settle down. Please sit down, pay attention, because the biggest of all of them is going to happen now, and you don't want to miss it, because when you snooze, you lose. So don't even blink. Obunde.
Your Excellencies, I love the military, especially Soldier Man. I had a story living very close to the barracks. Hello? And there was this sergeant major who was made responsible of telling fellow soldier men that they had lost their relatives. So anytime this sergeant major, we want to tell you that your father is dead at the barracks, we'll call you, hey, Mr. Joe, your father is dead. He did that for about 3 times. So his commander said, can you please look for a way of telling these soldiers that, look, they have lost their loved ones with diplomacy. The sergeant major thought of a method. So one day, Musa's father died, and it was time for him to make this announcement or inform him. He assembled all the soldier men in a parade. He now said, hey, comrades, if you know your father is dead, come this side. If you know your own father is alive, come this side. Then one Jude, who was going to where the father, his parents were still alive, his father wasn't dead, Jude was going by the left. Sergeant Major said, hey, Sergeant Jude, where are you heading to? Come this side. The man became confused. My father has not died. Why are you asking me to go that side? The man was going back to where the father was, his parents were alive. The man just simply said, I told everybody to go to his own side. If your parents are alive, go this way. You, I don't know what to tell you, but think about what I have said. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're here to celebrate ourselves and also celebrate the 30th National Conference as we're all here. It is time and the moment to honor a great Nigerian, a quintessential leader who had risen through a whole lot of steps to get to where he is. May I distinctly invite distinguished Senator Dr. Barrow I. Jibrin CFR, the Deputy Senate President, to please come up here as I take a brief citation of his. A round of applause, let's salute him, who will be bestowed with the Fellowship Award, the highest status you can attain in ANAN. Deputy Senate President, please, we need you to be upstanding. Please, I need you to be silent. I need you to listen. Gentlemen of the press, please, can you create steps for people to see this quintessential Nigerian? If I have to take the citation of Dr. Barrow, it will take us like 5 days. So I'm going to take an abridged one. This is the citation of His Excellency, Senator Dr. Barrow I. Jibrin CFR, the Deputy President of the Senate, Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the first Deputy Speaker of the Parliament of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. This citation is in recognition of his commitment and dedication to public service, his visionary leadership, legislative excellence, and his exceptional contribution to national development. This gentleman of repute, born in 1951 in Cabo, Kano State, Senator Barrow I. Jibrin, has risen from a humble beginning to become a respected statesman and one of the most impactful public figures in contemporary Nigerian politics. His life and career are anchored on selfless service, national duty, and unyielding commitment to the advancement of his people and the nation at large. Hello? Some of you, you have to also listen. The essence of this is for you to also replicate this. Please, no noise. A man of academic and professional attainments, Senator Barrow holds a bachelor's degree in accounting. He further obtained a master's certificate in financial management and pricing, a master's certificate in management, and a master's in business administration, MBA. He's currently a PhD student of Miriam Abacha University and an honorary doctorate degree, honorary courses of Bayero University, Kano. He is indeed an associate member of Association of National Accountants of Nigeria. His thirst for knowledge has led him to participate in numerous professional seminars and international conferences, equipping him with a well-rounded and global perspective on governance and development. Before entering the political arena, he worked in the accounting department of accounting of Kano Foundation. After retirement from the service of the Kano State Foundation, Senator Barrow demonstrated remarkable entrepreneurial acumen. In 1992, he established a thriving business enterprise in manufacturing, insurance, and engineering construction. Specialists that our industries are critical to Nigeria's economic diversification. His virtues not only created and offered jobs and economic opportunities, but also laid a foundation for competence and innovation attributes that he later brought into public service. In 1999, driven by a desire to serve and uplift his community, Senator Barrow ventured into politics and was elected to the Federal House of Representatives to represent Taran Federal Constituency of Kano State. This marked the commencement of his remarkable career in public service. He was, while in the House, opportune to be the chairman of the Committee on Appropriations. A forward-thinking reformer, he pioneered the revolutionary practice of enabling federal lawmakers to nominate constituency projects for inclusion in annual federal budgets, a practice which has now been institutionalized across Nigeria by both federal and state legislators. This practice is presently credited with bringing development closer to the grassroots. His expertise in public finance resulted in his appointment by former President Olusegun Obasanjo to serve on a special committee to overhaul the national budgetary framework. Because he's a member of ANAN, let's put our hands together for professionalism. And he really represented the ANAN profession very well. This engagement consolidated his status as a strategic legislative thinker and a policy influencer. Senator Barrow's service has also had a stink in the executive arm of governance. When he served as the chairman of the Kano State Investment and Properties Limited and later as commissioner in Kano State. These roles enabled him to merge policy formulation with practical implementation, further sharpening his leadership and administrative capabilities. In 2025, he was elected to the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to represent Kano Senatorial District. He returned to the National Assembly marked the beginning of an extraordinary period of legislative service defined by diligence, achievements, and rising influence. Upon assuming office, he was appointed as the Vice Chairman of the Senate Committee on Petroleum Resources downstream, and soon after, he became the chairman of the committee. In his role, he played a key part in reshaping regulations in the downstream sector. In 2026, finally, he was appointed chairman of the Senate Committee on Tertiary Institutions and Third Fund, a responsibility he carried through the 18th Assembly with distinction. His commitment to education policy was evident in his legislative advocacy and capital projects that enhance Nigeria's tertiary institution. In the 9th National Assembly 2029 to 2023, this great Nigerian, in which he is also a member of the Senate, he emerged as the chairman of the Appropriations Committee, making him the first in the history of the National Assembly to serve as the chairman of the Appropriation Committee in the House of Representatives and the Senate. He deserves a round of applause, please. There, he supervised the harmonization of national budget priorities and played an instrumental role in restoring Nigeria's January to December fiscal cycle, a feat for which he received the Budget Cycle Restoration Award in 2020. Additionally, he served as a member of various Senate committees, including those on police affairs, industries, environment, and interparliamentary affairs. This further enriched his exposure and participation in contributing to a wide array of legislative domains. Senator Barrow's dedication and commitment to public service extended to his role as the Secretary of the Regional Northern Senators Forum from 2026 to 2021. He has various other achievements to his credit. You can also see the reason why he has to be honored with a fellowship award. At the Senate, he spoke eloquently and indeed convincingly for the bills concerning ANAN. He has done that on a number of spheres. He has been a great Nigerian nationally, subnationally, and internationally. He has done so much to support humanity, giving scholarship and also widows and supporting them for livelihood. This great man has provided transportation even to the less privileged in Kano State and beyond. He's a great Nigerian, a detribalized Nigerian, a great man that we look up to, a young legislator and a senator, a deputy Senate president at this age. The future is so bright for him. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman is not only qualified for a fellowship of ANAN, but indeed, he can be given a fellowship of any institution going by his record and achievement in life. May I distinctly at this point invite the member secretary to please come forward and request Madam President to present the fellowship award to him. Ladies and gentlemen, celebrate this quintessential man, a quintessential leader, a man of honor, a man of integrity, a man of achievement, a man of high repute. Thank you. Membership Secretary, sir, I need you to please come forward to request Madam President to present the award.
Thank you very much. Our Deputy Senate President, you're welcome, sir. Please, let's just leave him small. On this note, I want to call upon my President and Chairman of Council to come up, Chief Hajia Zuwarata Kishimi, to come up to present to our Deputy Senate President, Deputy Senator Barrow Ibrahim Jibri. After all we have finally satisfied him to give him our fellowship award this afternoon. Please, ma, can you come, please, and present this award to our Deputy Senate President? Thank you.
Yeah, the award will be presented by Madam President to him. Ma.
The award of fellowship will start from oath of allegiance for the new inductee. So, sir, you will read after me the oath of allegiance. If I say I, the dotted space is your name you will put. Then I continue reading and you continue reading after me. Thank you. I do solemnly affirm that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Association of National Accountants of Nigeria, ANAN. That as a fellow certified national accountant, FCNA.
That as a fellow certified national accountant, FCNA
of the association,
I
will abide by the enabling act,
I will abide by the enabling act,
the rules and regulations of the association,
the rules and regulations of the association,
and all lawful policies and orders
and all lawful policies approved by the council,
approved by the governing council
by
of
the governing council of the association,
that I will conduct myself at all times in a manner that will not bring the exalted and privileged position of being a fellow of the association into disrepute, that I will do right to all members of the association, and I will not unduly take advantage of any member, by virtue of my being a fellow of the association, that as a fellow of the association, I will do the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the fundamental objectives
and defend the fundamental objectives
of the association, as contained in the Act establishing the association, that I will abide by the code of ethics of the profession, that I will not devote to any person, any matter which shall be brought under my consideration, or shall become known to me, as a fellow of the association, except as may be required for the interest of the association. So help me God. I will not admit you into fellowship of ANAN. By the powers conferred on me as the President and Chairman of the Governing Council of Association of National Accountants of Nigeria, ANAN, by ANAN Act number 76 of 1993, Cap A26, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, and its subsidiary legislations, I, Chief Hajia Zuera Talatu Kishme, FCNA, do hereby admit you into the fellowship of the association during the National Conference of 2025, taking place today, the 18th day of September 2025. You can add the professional designation of FCNA, that's Fellow Certified National Accountant, after your name. Congratulations, sir. Yes, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. What happened? Bring another one. don't have. Who is wearing one? Remove your own. What of you? You are not wearing it. You go and give me a cleaner one. Let's take the chance now. Address to distinguished Senator Barrow Ibrahim Jibrin on his fellowship conferment. Distinguished Senator Barrow Ibrahim Jibrin, FCNA, on behalf of the Association of National Accountants of Nigeria, ANAN, I extend our heartfelt congratulations to you on your conferment as a fellow of our noble association. Your leadership, generosity, and unwavering support for ANAN are widely acknowledged. You have stood as a pillar behind the passage of the ANAN Amendment Bill in the National Assembly. A landmark achievement now awaiting presidential assent. This singular effort, which every member of the association regards as a dream come true, will forever be remembered in the history of ANAN. Thank you. Beyond legislation, your immense financial contributions and your commitment to initiate giant development projects for the growth of our association reflect your vision, patriotism, and love for the profession. Distinguished Senator, today's honor is both well-deserved and symbolic. As you wear the FCNA title, may it further inspire you to continue championing the cause of accountancy, good governance, and national development. We celebrate you, we are proud of you, and we look forward to greater milestones ahead. Congratulations once again. On behalf of the Council and all members of the Association, I will now present the Certificate of Fellowship to our own Senator Barrow Ibrahim Jibrin. Congratulations, sir.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Senator Jibril Barrow, FCNA. Hello, thank you, police band, thank you. I can't wait to see the reaction when he returns to the Senate with this lapel on his chest. And the president will make another presentation to the Deputy Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who is the latest fellow of accountancy profession in Nigeria. Madam President.
This award is being presented to Senator Jibrin Barrow for chairing this 30th Conference of ANAN in 2025. Congratulations, sir.
A well-deserved honor for an accountant who is doing great things for Nigeria. And like the president said, we're waiting to see wonderful things happen to him and through him. Please give him another round of applause. He's here supported by a number of senators who are here to wish him well, and they've consistently supported him in all that he's doing, not just as a legislator, but also as the Senate President, Deputy Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Congratulations, Senator Jibrin Barrow, FCNA. Wear the badge with pride and continue to advance the cause of ANAN wherever you find yourself. Congratulations. Thank you very much, Police Band. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, please. Thank you.
Are you a tech enthusiast? Perhaps you want to know more about the devices and gadgets you use. Tech Mode will bridge that gap. Connect great minds while extraying everything about technology as it concerns you.
It is Tech Mode.
Tech Mode is unlocking your tomorrow today.